Welcome to the Yokuchi aquascaping channel. Today's episode will be a bit different than usual. Why? Because usually on the channel I show you large tanks in which I create more advanced layouts. The hero of today's episode will be this nano-sized 53-liter aquarium. I will show you how to build a simple shrimp tank in such a small tank that each one of you will be able to build at home. In nano tanks, it is a bit more difficult to maintain stable water parameters, but in the case of this aquarium, an external filter will be responsible for filtration, so there should be not any problems with the stability of the tank. However, a very big advantage of this type of aquariums is that you can keep them on your desk and relax while you are working, in the kitchen or simply in the room where you do not have space for a large aquarium. The nano tank will fit perfectly without taking up any space in your room. You can run this tank as a low-tech version without CO2 and use less intense light and slightly more different type of plants. Instead of external filter and inline heater, you can use a regular heater and a cascade or internal filter. The cascade filter will definitely allow you to save a lot of space inside the tank, because remember that nano glasses are small in size, so we do not want to place aquarium equipment in it so as not to take up space in your tank. We will run this tank as a high-tech version, providing CO2, strong high-quality light and Gen series fertilizers. The tank will be simple, a triangular shaped composition. At the back of the tank we will use a G-band soil that will help us to stabilize water parameters and provide the necessary nutrients for the plants. We will use Hotaka stone and red moon roots as the hardscape. Now I invite you to watch the movie and enjoy. I start building process from nitrifying bacteria at the bottom of the aquarium to speed up the process of building biology in the tank. I built a wall of stones to separate the active substrate from the sand, which I will add at the very end. To prevent the substrate from falling between the rocks, I put filter floss in the gaps between the rock and the substrate, which will permanently seal our structure. I glued the stones together using cyanoacrylate glue and paper towel technique. Gluing the stones is not necessary, but I know from my own experience that it makes maintenance work on the tank much easier, especially when you need to, for example, brush the rocks from the green algae. Once our base is built, we will start adding the wood. I will glue the roots to the stones using the same cyanoacrylate glue and paper towel technique. this case I use powder type because it will look much better in the small tank, but you can also use the regular aqua soil. I did not use the base layer fertilizing substrate in this tank because there will be no needed for it, and at this stage I did not add nutrition capsules to the bottom to make the start as easy as possible. The last step when arranging the hardscape is to add sand to create the beach and small pebbles to add some details in our simple aquascape. This is how our hardscape look like. Now we can start planting plants in our tank. Because we have strong light, CO2 and full fertilization on this aquarium, we can use any plant species we like. I want this small shrimp tank to be full of colors, but also simple. So I will use some mix of rotalas and various epiphyte plants such as Anubias or Bucephalandra. Without further ado, I invite you to the planting process. This is how our tank looks like. In the next video from this tank you will see an update, what shrimps I choose for this set, and let me know if you would like to see some fish in this aquarium that will live in harmony with our shrimps. The comment section is yours. Let me know if you want to see a nano shrimp tank as a typical low-tech version. I encourage you to like and subscribe to the Yokuchi aquascaping channel, and see you soon in the next video. Bye!